My name is Sara Manzano Diaz, and I am proudly from the class of 1972. We came in 1967, and we remember all of you. That was a great song. When you started singing, I said, oh my God, I remember that song. Fantastic. So we came in 1967, and we left in 1972, and those were watershed years for our country and for ourselves. Our class was the class before us. My class and the class after us was the largest influx of people of color that Hunter had ever seen. As a Puerto Rican girl from the projects in Harlem, it was my first time coming down to the castle. That was quite an experience, to say the least. Going from one project to another, from my perspective. But the thing about our class is that we were really of our time. And of course, when we were in 8th grade, I remember we were in class when Dr. Martin Luther King got shot. And I remember somebody coming in to tell us the news, and we all bursted out in tears. There was no school after that. And 2 months later is when Bobby Kennedy got shot. This is the stuff that we were dealing with when we were in the class of 72. And let me just share with you that we took a lot of pride in our culture, in our history, and we created the first Latino club because that's the first time you had Latinos. It was called Las Borinqueñas, which is the Taíno word for Puerto Rico. And one of the things that we used to always say is Hunter is irrelevant to our lives. Hunter has no meaning to our lives. So what we did was we created this club, and we would come in every week and we would teach each other about somebody important in the Puerto Rican and Latino community. So we learned from each other during lunchtime because there was no Latino history at Hunter. So we did things different. That is what our class is known for. And the fact that you didn't have my name, that's okay. We're up here and we're still gonna talk. Our class is that we took a lot of pride. We learned a lot about each other. We learned about our culture, and we were open to learn about other people's culture. And I think that that is one of the lasting legacies of our class. And the other thing that we took a lot of pride in is that we basically were nonconformists in the biggest way. We wanted to break every tradition that Hunter had, no matter what. That was part of our goal. So, for example, the junior blouse became our junior sweater. The senior hat became a fedora because that's how it was. And you know, our senior song, which is "We Are Presenting the Class of '72." Oh yeah, right? That song was written by Angela Bofill, who was a very famous, right, Angie? Angela Bofill wrote our senior song. And all the rest of you probably marched in for your senior day. We danced in because Angie got us a band with some guys, and we were funky, and we were coming in presenting the class of 72. Oh yeah, right? So we always did things different. I just want you to know. And because of that, I think that we brought flavor to Hunter that Hunter didn't necessarily have. We also learned something that was really important for today. One of the things that we learned about was sisterhood. And even though we had our third world club, we had Borinqueñas, we had all these different things going on, one of the things that we were clear about is we were of our generation. So we had moratoriums around the school to protest the war. We actually had sit-ins in our school to protest the war. We also took over the school, and we made the front page of the New York Times because no college and no other school ever gained 50% of power to run the school as we did through the Constituent Assembly. So we were part of that generation. So when we talk about doing things today, we should think about what we used to do. We understood that as students we had power, and the power came through unity. And so the sisterhood that we developed through our generations, as well as through our cultural sisters as well, we were able to take over the school, take 50% of the power. We were able to say, okay, this is not relevant to us, but this is. We were students who understood our power and our strength. And I have to say, we did it in such a way that was collegial. We got along, we loved each other, and the thing about it is you can be different and have pride in your differences and your culture, but that doesn't mean to the exclusion of others. And therefore, the lesson that we learned was there's strength in unity, there's strength in sisterhood, and I am very proud to be a member of the class of 1972.